Alright, Ajax here, and I'm going to bring you a guide today on Elise in the jungle, and like how just the player in general. This includes her clear, her ganks, her build pass, what you want to do, what you're going to do once you get to the late game. Alright, so first off, runes. You're going to go attack speed reds, you're going to go armor seals, you're going to go MR glyphs. You can run AP if you're going to go really aggressive, and you're going to run AP Quints. The reason you run attack speed is because Elise is in spider form so much, and you don't really go too much in your abilities, so it helps you really fast with your clear in spider form. So you're going to get a much faster clear time. Obviously, you're going to run AP Quints, and obviously you're going to run armor and seals because you're a jungler. Alright, so next we're going to go for masteries. So you can go Thunderlord's Decree, but I don't recommend it. I think now that everyone's going Runic Echoes, especially in AP jungler, Strength of Ages is so broken because it's a free 100, at 300 HP, which is like equal to like 800 gold. So it's really cost efficient, lets you build a little bit into damage once you get into further into the game, and overall it's really broken. You're gonna see everyone running it, whether you're playing Graves jungle, Elise jungle, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Gragas jungle with Runic Echoes is really good with Strength of Ages. Alright, so next you're going to go skill order. We're going to max Q, we're going to max W, then we're going to go E, and of course ultimate. So the reason you max Q, you want it stronger, it's your primary damage. Next is W, because it scales really well with AP as well, and it's going to help you once you get your Runic Echoes. It does a ton of damage, and you're going to max the Q because you're not going 40 CDR at least like you would in the olden days with Cinderhulk, where it's like pure utility and nothing else. You're going to go really high damage with the new Elise right now, and it's really strong. Alright, so your builds, you have a few options here, and it's really diverse. So, if you're really fed, you can go the Runic Echoes Rylai's build, and then after that, or before Rylai's, you go CDR boots, so you go Runic Echoes, CDR boots, Rylai's, and then you can go like a Abyssal Scepter if you want a little bit more damage, or maybe the Haunting guys for extra magic pen since you don't run Sork boots. There's like okay options. Then after that you want like a Locket Deadman's Locket because it's the most busted item in the game, and Deadman's because it's also very busted. It gives you a ton of HP and armor. And since you don't really buy any armor since you go Locket, it's very good. So that's really strong build. So next you have your damage, but you're gonna go into a little bit of utility as well. So you're gonna go, of course, for Runic Echoes, CDR boots, and then you're gonna go Rylai's, then Locket Deadman's, and then you can build anything depending on the game. So you can get like a Banshee's Veil, a Spirit Visage. It's all depending on you. They have a lot of AP, a lot of AD. Totally up to you. You can even throw a Frozen Heart in there if it's really necessary. If they have like a Tristana or some really high attack speed carry that's really fed and you need armor and you need to lower their attack speed, you can go Frozen Heart. It also gives you 20% CDR, so that's a really good bonus on Elise. Alright, so your last is your full utility build. So you can go Cinderhulk or Runic Echoes. Now Runic Echoes is better 100% of the time, but I add Cinderhulk in there because if you're going like, you go like an early Poacher's Knife and Boots to get around the map fast, and you die like once or twice early and things are just not looking too hot, it's like, don't build Runic Echoes. It's a waste of your time. You need to go straight Cinderhulk and just more tank items. So you either go Cinder or Runic, and you go like CDR boots depending on the game. You can also go like Ninja Tabby or Merc Shreds or Swifties, and then you can go Frozen, Deadman's Locker, Randuin, Spirit, Banshee, Sidestone. It doesn't matter. You can build whatever you want. It's to the game. Rushing 40 CDR is probably the best idea. So you want that really badly. So Frozen's a really good early option because it gives you 20 CDR. You have a ton of options here for what you want to buy. Okay. This is all up to you. Alright, so next we're going to talk about your clear and your combos in your clear. So the basic clear is you, in human form, you W, auto, change back into spider, auto, W, and you got to cancel all those animations. So similar to Riven and other champions in this game, Riven's a really good example. You're going to cancel your animations whenever you use an ability. So you're going to auto, and then the next ability will reset it, okay? That's really important in your first clear to doing as fast and quick, as efficient as possible. So let's talk about your combos. W, Q, spider, Q, W. Simple, right? So next we're going to talk about your different routes you have in your jungle. Okay, so your first route is your standard. Let's say we're in blue side. We're gonna go Krugs first, obviously. We're gonna smite Krugs, and then we're gonna get a red buff. We're gonna do a red buff, and then after that, we can go straight to our blue buff. And from there, this gives us a lot of opportunity to do whatever we want. We can go to top, we can go to mid, we can go to Scuttle Crab. And this is a really optimal route if you want to get an early gank top or mid at level 3. That's the important part. If you want to gank top or mid early, this is the route you want to go. Now, if you're a little bit laid back, your lanes are a little bit chillaxed, like not really going on, you can go Krug's red buff, and then you can either go to your Wraith or Wolf Camp, and then you can do your blue buff, and then you can go for Scuttle Crab. You should be at level 4 by then, and lane should be a little bit more played out. You're going to see who needs help, and this gives you opportunity to, once again, you can either go mid, or you can go top. Those are your options. Alright, if nothing's going on, everything's pretty gross, no lanes are really gankable, you can just do a full clear. At least it's really easy to do a full clear on. You just go Krugs, red, and you go Wraith, Wolves, or blue Wolves, and then Grom. Now, if you have an immobile mid or top that's really susceptible to ganks, I recommend getting your top Scuttle Crab before finishing your full clear. That way, if, let's say you're playing against a jungler that has strong lane pressure, you can do that. If you're playing against like a Warwick or something, doesn't really matter. Just go finish your clear, back by your items, get like an Aether Wisp, and you should be solid. This will lead you quicker into your Runic Echoes. Alright, so I believe that is it for routes. I think so. Oh no, one other route. If you're starting blue side and you want an early level 3 gank bottom, do not start your blue buff. I repeat, don't start your blue buff. Do Krugs, red, Raptors, and then go take Scuttle Crab in bottom, and then go to bottom. This will be a really nice level 3 gank bottom, especially if they notice that your bot lane leashed you at Krugs, so they're not going to be expecting a level 3 gank, and you haven't shown on map yet, so you still have really good pressure over their jungler. You run the risk of losing your blue buff, but it's a really good gank bottom lane because they won't be expecting it, especially if you're in a low elo. Low elos, they're not going to see it coming. You can probably instantly gank them if the lane is pushed, and it's free killer too, for you or your AD, preferably you, since you're more important. Okay, so ganks and rotations. Elise's Cocoon is the center part of her ganks. You have to land it. Now, Elise is also really solid because you can walk in with Spider Form if you want to close a gap and use your E to a minion. And then you can go and switch into Human, and then Cocoon, you'll lose a little bit of damage, but it's a really good gap closer if you need it. Okay, so your basic combo on your gank is going to be walk in Human Form, Cocoon, WQ, Spider Form, W, then Q, if you can, because your Q is an execute, so you always want to use it last if you can. It will do more damage depending on how low HP they are. So if you can get away with it, don't use your Q till last. Don't get greedy though. That's really important. Don't get greedy. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about invading. Elise is like currently the strongest invader I'd say in the game, besides like maybe Lisa and Rek'Sai in Italy, like, and she's still like really strong compared to them. Like once you get your Runic Echoes, you can probably 1v1 any jungler in the game. It's really good. Elise is really good against champions in Italy actually. So if you're against like an Italy or maybe like a really low pressure jungler, you should 100% be in their jungle if you can. That's like primary focus, right? So that's what you need to do. Invading's really important on Elise, okay? And I think that's it. Covered a lot of the basics of Elise, what you should be doing, and yeah, like how to get snowballing, what you should be building, what your runes masteries are, etc. So I hope you enjoyed this guide. I hope you learned something, and I hope you become a better Elise player because, you know, she's already the most played champion in the game. Why not play her more? So good luck and have fun, summoners.